Ingat, ingat,
Ingat,
ingat, menjalinkan hubungan rambang adalah pengalaman yang mendewasakan.
masa you mula-mula kenal I, you tak tahu yang I punya I love orang gagap
Yeah, because I thought it's just the way you speak, and I think dia tak nampak macam gagap, but I think it's like the way you talk, speak macam kind of unique. Because to me, bila gagap tu, it's like selalunya orang bila gagap dia macam they do that. But I guess I now know that when you train yourself not to gagap, that's how you tak keluarkan the word out dulu. So I think somehow you manage to control, dan you tahu apa alphabet you ataupun words yang akan cause you untuk gagap, then you simpan dulu, then you say it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Tapi I think the thing is cuma kadang-kadang orang nak kena tunggu apa yang nak cakap dulu. So some people just, kalau dia dah biasa bercakap, dia nak tunggu, dia just akan intercept apa yang you nak cakap tu. I think that can be frustrating.
And embarrassing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Embarrassing?
Yeah. 9 tahun, 10 tahun that I discovered football, sports and whatnot. I think my nervous energy tu mengurangkan kegagapan I.
I know, because recently you jadi host, judge for Kegagapan. So I have like friends who asked me about the way you speak. They didn't say, I cakap macam tu, and I kata sebenarnya dia gagap. So they don't know. I think a lot of people don't know that you ada, ada issue bercakap. Tetapi then I told you that maybe you should just declare it, because I don't see any. Kalau you rasa macam gagap tu is you rasa it's your benda yang kelemahan, I think you should look the kelemahan itu into kekuatan, because so who cares, like people, you're unique, people macam you cakap tak ramai orang yang gagap kan, so what? Yeah. To me that is my how I look at things. Like kalau gagap, so what? That's how you talk. And I don't even realize that you gagap until you told me that you gagap, because I thought that's just how you speak. And my friends, when they saw you dekat Kegagapan, they also think that why you speak like that. They don't identify that as gagap. So I had to tell them, then they know, because people think that it's just you talking like that. It's just your way of expressing dan speaking kan. I rasa that's why I was telling, I told you this. I cakap, just declare, saya gagap. Or even in your show, I think I'm not sure, but is this the first time you like declaring like this, that you gagap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
So because I've told you, maybe dekat dalam you punya when you talk to, you just say that, okay, saya ni ada gagap. Like who cares, bila I think you have a lot of this, macam bila you rasa gagap tu, when people kadang-kadang orang cakap, then people like, this what you want to say, and you rasa macam annoyed, right? And you get like agitated because you don't know what I want to say, then you just you have that. So perhaps by addressing that, then people would accept and understand, because kalau tidak, people would like macam see you like macam susah nak say something, or like macam maybe because people ingat you're trying to think of something and they're just there to like help and assist you. Tetapi because of you ada this energy yang you rasa you get nervous pasal about you gagap dan sebagainya, then you like, if you don't know what I want to say, then you just jangan buat teka-teka. I think you've said that before to somebody or something. I don't know, many years ago.
Yeah.
So maybe by declaring it, so people accept. Then if people, I don't know, I just don't care about it. And to me, I don't know. I guess it's easier said than done. Tetapi I think just so what, you know, because I think macam like you said, Joe Biden is also gagap kan. Won, and then they said, other, I think was it in UK, there was like some politician who's also gagap, and everybody was like macam ketawakan dia dan sebagainya. They didn't know, they thought like you like a person of his caliber tapi tak tahu apa nak cakap, don't even know his stuff. So they misconstrued dia punya nak cakap tu sebagai macam seperti orang yang don't know his stuff. But perhaps like when I think maybe you should like, so gagap, so what? Maybe ada orang lain yang gagap, but yeah, and can see this as it's okay, you know, it's not a handicap, but dia boleh jadi benda yang, you know, something special and unique kan. Because I think that's my opinion.
As a person yang dah lama dalam bidang broadcasting kan, can a person yang gagap be workable, tak to be in front of TV? Do you see any way that dia punya gagap tu boleh jadi strength pada dia?
Dulu I rasa when back then in the 90s when I first like jadi pembaca berita ke apa kan, dia orang ada certain template untuk siapa yang sesuai untuk baca berita atau ada dekat depan television. Mata nak kena besar, gigi nak kena ada, bila senyum kena jadi macam lekuk macam tu instead of tegak, dan because dia ada template-template yang macam tu. So I remember back then masa dekat when I started a career dekat TV3, the director of operations back then, dia siap nak tahu makeup artist makeup mata macam mana pun dia nak, dia nak pastikan, you know. So there are certain template yang yang kena memenuhi dia punya requirements yang untuk keluaran television. And after that, lepas tu, but the past couple of years or 10 years or so, then you ada all this artis yang juga jadi host, and then lepas tu, then you tengok ramai juga dulu, you know, dia ada where people say, Asia dia ada dia punya yang tagline where everybody can fly. Now everybody can read the news. Sebenarnya tak ada whether you badan gempal ke, kurus ke, gigi you macam requirement dulu ke, ataupun banyak gigi ke, or whatever. I think now adalah about unique lah. Semua orang ada dia punya own strength, dan macam saya selalu cakap, semua orang ada dia punya market yang tersendiri. Semua whether you badan gempal ke, kurus ke, dia ada market dia yang masing-masing. So to me now everybody, as long as dia punya keunikan itu yang penting sebenarnya. So answering to your question whether orang gagap boleh jadi pembaca berita, pada I today, kalau dulu in the 90s I would say no, but I think today you ask this question, I would say why not. Sebab everybody is special sebenarnya. Everyone is different, everybody is special. That's how it is. As long as kena ada substance lah. Maknanya you nak jadi reporter, you kena tahu you nak jadi host, you kena faham subject, you know, that sort of thing. I think semua orang ada. Tetapi cumanya dekat Malaysia ni, kita ada ramai sebenarnya haters kan, orang yang, so they would like macam akan suka benci dengan orang ni, suka benci dengan tu, but I guess that's how it is. But I think semua orang boleh baca sebenarnya, semua orang boleh jadi host, semua orang ni. Sebab kadang-kadang kalau it's just whether sebenarnya is the word is I think kadang bila kita tengok now banyak YouTube video orang yang develop dia punya own channel, we even like had this talk before where kita rasa macam dia ni okey macam dia banyak facts, tetapi dia satu perkataan sebenarnya dia berjaya, dia charming atau tidak. Charming tu sebenarnya tak perlu lawa handsome, tetapi dia tak charming. Charming tu susah sikit nak describe. Dia tak menjengkelkan. I think Malaysian ni dia tak suka orang yang over. I guess I'm not sure. This is my opinion. Jangan poyo, jangan nak tunjuk
Pandai.
Saya tunjuk I don't know, macam I don't like orang yang macam pada I macam tunjuk pandai sangat, macam poyo, macam certain TV host dia macam yang ada sekarang ni, dia like some tanya soalan banyak-banyak macam like as though dia on the expert kan. I hate that. I hate that. So ada some like macam some channels that like to me a TV host dia patut tanya kena able to tanya simple questions sahaja, sebab dia kena faham yang tengok audience dia bukan profesor je ke ataupun doctors, dia adalah makcik-makcik, pakcik ke orang, because you want, dan kanak-kanak, able to deliver dan make these people understand benda-benda yang kompleks. Sebab tu dia tengok macam even the ministers sekarang ni ataupun kita punya PM, Muhyiddin, when dia buat speech yang hari tu, masa the first speech yang dia buat pasal yang dia bagi contoh Mak Liha ke apa something like that, benda tu jadi perbualan sebab dia senang nak digest, senang orang nak faham. Kan that's how it is. So to me benda tu a TV host tak perlu cantik, tak perlu handsome, tak perlu abang body orang cakap. I think it's a cukup rasa is important, dan able to charm the audience. Dia kena able to charm the audience. Dia kena cari formula tu tersendiri. It can be anything because dia kena cari formula dia, apa dia yang buat orang ataupun audience suka tengok dia ni.
Dia sendiri kena cari formula dia.
Kena cari. Okay, macam let's take for instance Nabil lah. Okay, Nabil. I think like macam kalau you tanya I Nabil dulu, I like macam oh my god, this guy is super annoying. Like pada I like to the extent of rude dan sebagainya. Tetapi dia membuat satu pembaharuan dalam dunia hosting lah, basically hosting. Dia jadi diri dia dan people accept dia. I don't think Nabil dia macam contoh, I think what I see Nabil ni, dia adalah honest.
Real
Dia real, dia honest dari segi dia punya penyampaian. Dia tak plastik. I don't know him, I tak kenal dia secara peribadi, tetapi when I look at him sebagai seorang audience, I see that this guy is, satu, dia natural, dan dia natural sebab apa? Sebab dia jadi diri dia. Dia honest about bila dia cakap, dia honest tentang dia punya message dan cara dia tak tunjuk macam dia pandai. Dia tak tahu cakap orang putih ke, dia tahu cakap orang putih ke, dia jadi diri dia. So I as an audience, I terima dia because and I think it's fun. But some people may find dia tak best. Tapi pada I like him. Pada I Nabil ni is like something yang wow, this is. Then ada je macam khusus macam cuba nak copy, nak jadi copycat ke apa, tapi dia copycat tak pernah hebat. You have to be the first to be remembered or something like that. To me, Nabil has it. Lain macam host-host yang okay, that is entertainment lah. Lagi satu mungkin dia dah lama, dia dah at home bila when it comes to apa-apa produksi astro. I belum nampak lagi you put Nabil di bawah mana channel lain seperti TV3 ke, I don't know.
Will it make a difference?
Maybe it may, sebab dia tak feel at home because dia different team, production yang lain, dan mungkin dia orang tak biasa kerja dengan dia, dan they probably want to dictate his style. So macam dia dekat Astro tu, I think dia dah ada formula, dia dah serasi, dia feel at home. Macam dia dah dekat rumah dengan geng-geng dia, dengan producer, dengan the production manager, dengan dengan floor manager, dengan everybody. So he can be himself. So I think that is also important. So I think if you take him away, I don't know, I have not seen him in dalam lain. Probably ada, because now that because I work dengan Monday to Fridays, and so I don't, untuk peluang tengok TV tu tak berapa ada sangat. So I don't know whether dia ada pernah host for TV3 ke other channels ke. Maybe ada, tetapi I belum tengok lagi. So I would it would be interesting to see kalau dia di luar daripada kampung ke apa, dia punya, I think it's like dia punya comfort zone ke, I don't know whatever you call it. Yeah. Because other than Nabil, I don't see other Jihan is also okay. Tetapi Jihan, I think dia punya chemistry is with Nabil. Dan you tengok dia dengan orang lain, dia jadi a bit I don't know. I mean Jihan probably but I think dia punya chemistry dengan Nabil tu, dia it's kebabum. So dia memang, you know. So other than that, I don't see any other TV host yang memorable ataupun buat I yang because kalau you tanya I like, okay, answer within few seconds siapa, I would say Nabil and Jihan. Other than that, I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone. Because and then kalau macam other channels, other host tu dia suka I hate it when they always buat joke tentang gemuk, making the other host kata dia punya size badan. I hate it. It so has been. You know, macam please, can we just move on already? I mean once a while, tapi asyik benda tu je jadi modal. So as sebagai audience dan mungkin ada a little bit of background of broadcasting, to me I rasa pada I macam merimaskan. I mean that's just my opinion, I don't know.
Well, I agree with you. Mual dan membosankan joke-joke macam tu. Jadi, okay, you dah pernah dengan TV3, you pernah dengan NTV7, more or less TV3, lepas tu you went to Astro. Bila you cakap tadi tu comfortable dengan your crew, your team, did you feel it that way back then?
Broadcasting ni, I mean working for TV stations, dia punya not to say politics, I mean politics, like politicking, orang kata what, backbiting, semua ada kan dekat, I think now dekat dalam corporate world, that's how it is kan. Tetapi dekat TV station ni kan, you tengok dekat maybe kat dalam drama Korea pun probably ada, you know, siapa get to wear the best clothes, siapa get to wear the best label, siapa, benda tu ada. Tetapi the thing is, I have always been, because I think my background has always been I don't come from my family is just average saja. My father was an actor, so I think I'm very humble. The thing is, kadang-kadang people say that kadang-kadang terlalu humble, but the thing is, to me, working for television is just a career. I mean, it's just another job. It doesn't put me as a like put me like macam kononnya personality. I always tell people that I go to, at the end of the day kat Malaysia ni kena berpijak pada bumi nyata. You still kena pergi post office, you still kena buat sendiri unless you're super, you know. So television, TV3 back then dia cuma ada TV3 dengan RTM. Okay, so then when I moved to NTV7, dia memang ada orang NTV7. Then when I think it was 2004, 2005, I can't remember. Media Prima acquired NTV7, so you see a pool of people yang jadi TV3 semua jadi under Prime Works or Media Prima. Then I moved to NTV7. So bila not NTV7, I went to Astro. So Astro ni, because bila broadcasting, dia orang tu jugalah. You see people from Utusan, you see people from TV3 balik, you see the familiar faces balik dekat situ. So karakter dia, dia punya difference, dia balik-balik macam tu lah, macam kat satu kampung je lah. You perumahan ni balik-balik, you still the same faces. Jawab question tak? Because I'm talking a lot of things, but I don't know whether I'm saying anything.
I guess the industry is small.
Yeah, the industry is small, so
you jumpa
orang yang sama dan karakter yang sama. So it's just that, then I selalu fikir bila you nak masuk into broadcasting ni, you punya jiwa kena kuat lah.
Kenapa?
But like I said, it's backbiting, people gossiping about you. Nak bila you keluar dekat TV, people you baca berita prime news lebih baik, they will tengok schedule tu, siapa baca prime news lagi banyak, siapa yang tak dapat baca prime news. So, these are all the things yang ada, and I rasa masih wujud sampai sekarang ni. So because benda-benda tu, and then dia akan ada fitnah, dia akan ada gossiping, so you akan bergaduh, you akan this, you akan that. So these are all the colours and warna-warni dalam dunia broadcasting. I think it is exciting, interesting, dan but I would say that my experience dekat broadcasting bila I keluar, dia jadi berjaya untuk somehow, if I can like get something positive, well of course I get dapat banyak benda positif daripada my experience dalam broadcasting, tetapi satunya adalah the pengalaman how managing people make me try to understand in my present working environment sekarang ni. Try to understand, katalah kalau my staff nak, my team, people in my team nak ambil cuti ke apa ke, makes me understand how to be a better manager lah, macam tu. So I think my broadcasting tu banyak expose kepada human punya behaviour, people punya behaviour. Dia ni macam ni, dia ni macam ni, dia ni macam ni. So daripada situ I actually make that experience understanding, and see how people react, see how people punya behaviour, jadikan I manager. I try to be a better manager, or how to manage I punya work, working atmosphere, work environment. So I think that's one of the things yang I bawa daripada broadcasting.
Broadcasting ni maksudnya apa? Dalam broadcasting world tu, dalam newsroom tu, ataupun how you communicate with your guests, with your subject?
A lot of people don't believe when I say that I am actually a shy person. I'm very inferior. I'm a Leo. So Leo ni dia very territorial. Dia tak berapa okay dengan kucing yang baru datang. You kena, you tak, because you tak rasa comfortable. One thing yang I learned but the thing is, the fact that I am a shy person, tetapi I have to interview and I have to meet with VVIPs, kan? So once so over the years, pengalaman dekat broadcasting tu mengajar I tentang how to skill untuk ada, at least pretend I ada confident lah, walaupun I tak ada confident. So even kalau you tengok like I said, my Instagram ke apa, my best friend Nabil always tell me, Surya, do this, do that, buat this, review, blah 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 blah. I punya gambar Instagram tak ada banyak selfie tentang muka I, because I am very shy person actually. So I am still a very shy person, tetapi because of because I punya experience working in broadcasting, I've acquired the skill of pretending that I ada confident walaupun I tak ada confident. But the thing is, I remember whenever I want to interview like people live ke apa, I try not to, dekat Malaysia ni dia always like macam VVIPs ke, people they would want to know apa you nak tanya question apa, and then they want to see the questions, can I see the host and all that. I always try to avoid meeting them before the TV shows or before the live shows. Why? Or because satu I ada perangai, because nanti bila dia tanya, I would not ask questions yang I want to ask, and then diorang suka filter the questions yang and satu lagi kadang-kadang because because I'm a shy person, I'm not comfortable meeting new people, kan? So I macam try to avoid that. Tetapi of course I can't avoid it, because when you want to see the host, you have to say, okay, what sort of question? Basically I'm just gonna ask this, I'm gonna ask that. This is just a guideline. So itu a lot of effort untuk put first start yang macam tu, confident tu untuk jumpa. Oh hello, like macam tu. Padahal macam like siapalah aku ni, like I have that sebenarnya, but so itu antara skill yang I've actually learned, dan I rasa I'm glad for that experience, because had I tak exposed to that sort of environment, I would still feel I ni seorang budak keramat yang kebanyak jerawat, yang siapalah, my father is an actor, my mom is a housewife, I didn't have even any clothes pun. I think I tak ada baju. Bila you ada 4 adik-beradik, your parents don't buy. I like macam even baju sekolah, uniform pun I only have satu pasang aja, and I remember baju my parents don't buy, like macam when you have 4 kids, you don't have the privilege of like how ada baju banyak, that sort of thing. So kadang berebut dengan adik-beradik, like skirt ni ke apa, padahal skirt tu besar, like that sort of thing. So kalau I tak ada experience tu, I would be that girl yang tak ada confident in a lot of things. So experience tu, which is also good, because dia apply kepada the nature of job that I am in right now, because it's public relations. So public relations, you have to meet people and meet people yang hebat-hebat, yang kaya raya dan sebagainya. So and kalau you ask me today, can you go and see, name me a person.
Ahmad Mazlan.
Okay, Ahmad Mazlan. Pada I, no problem for me. Or even PM ke, it was no problem for me, as long as I kena do some research and I kena find out about it, because benda tu sebenarnya yang also makes me gain I punya confidence. Kalau I pergi tanpa knowledge, then I rasa macam dah lah budak keramat yang jongos ni, dan lepas tu kau tak tahu apa-apa, then you want to go and see these people. So what I am today adalah I punya experience dekat broadcasting, to lebih berkeyakinan untuk jumpa big names, big people, dan juga I have to know information, knowledge to it is very important also.
About the person, about whatever subject that katalah orang tu
tiba-tiba tanya about, do you know about this, about that, at least I know, because knowledge tu atau information tu akan bagi build I punya keyakinan. So that is me.
Katalah diorang cakap, Dangsuria, you got to interview Donald Trump dalam masa 3 days. Macam mana you approach perkara ni? You say yes, no, then what would you do?
I would say, kalau if I were to interview Donald Trump, first I rasa I akan macam, oh my god, I don't know anything about US or US election or whatever, anything about America ke apa kan. I rasa selalunya what I'll do is I akan, like I said, I'll go as I akan tanya questions yang nothing to do with politics ke apa, because I don't want to pretend that of course I need to do some research kan, about at least kena tahu tentang orang tu, tak boleh nak buta-buta pergi tak tahu apa-apa. Tetapi I would ask him questions that people tak pernah tanya, or tak pernah tanya lah. I think simple questions. I remember last time when I interviewed, there was one time when I was in TV3, so suddenly they sent me to Datuk Siti Nurhaliza punya event. The thing is, dekat TV, you tak specialize in, you know, like ministry ke, you know, whatever, entertainment ke. Kadang-kadang siapa yang ada, pergi je assignment, that sort of thing. So I was assigned, so I'm not in entertainment. I don't follow entertainment punya industry sangat. I mean, I don't listen to music. I don't really watch movie. I am a boring person. I guess I told you this kan. I don't really. You ask me, oh, can you talk about music? Can you talk about? I say I don't listen to music. I don't listen to. I mean, I don't watch movies. I mean, I do watch. I like macam documentaries. Like yesterday, I watched about Tiger Woods punya documentary. I find this sort of thing. These are the things that yang I punya interest. And I like crime. I like thriller. I mean, I do watch, tetapi I don't watch all the time. So I would. So coming back to Siti Nurhaliza punya story itu, so I was sent to Siti Nurhaliza punya assignment. I'm not an entertainment, I bukannya entertainment reporter. So one of the questions I asked adalah, so I asked her a question. I kata, you know, she being a singer, dia masa tu Siti Nurhaliza baru sahaja kehilangan I think bapa dia, yeah. So I asked her, I cakap dalam banyak-banyak entertainment reporters yang ada tu, so question daripada TV3, which me. So I tanya, so Siti, you being a singer, so you know, kita punya nature kita selalu listen to music when kita suka atau duka ke, or stuff like that, right? So I was asking her what sort of what does she listen to, and or who, you know, that something along that line. So some entertainment reporters yang lain, I think wrote or said, I can't remember, said something that I asked a stupid question. But I macam like, actually there's no stupid question. Apa dia yang question yang pandai? I mean, how stupid is that? I mean, is that really a stupid question? I mean, so coming back to your Donald Trump punya apa ni, kadang-kadang you think like, people ask stupid question. Sebelum kita nak tanya soalan pandai sangat, apa dia soalan pandai? So maybe simple questions adalah the question yang dia yang lebih menarik. I rasa human interest stories about Donald Trump, maybe he's like always like tweet at 3 a.m. Right? About maybe dia punya relationship dengan dia punya children, and about how, you know, I think I would ask him this sort of questions. Just human, you know, about Donald Trump, you know, siapa dia, or maybe what perfume dia pakai. Do you know perfume apa dia pakai? I don't know. So maybe stupid questions, but apa soalan pandai yang sebenarnya yang pandai? You know. So to me, maybe just simple questions would do.
Masa you started out dulu tu, siapa yang you been watching?
I watched Wan Zaliha Razi, you know, and then a lot of TV3 punya news readers, and then I think I've watched Aznil juga, and Suhaimi Sulaiman. The thing is yang Wan Zaliha, because she's pretty, because at that time it was just between antara RTM dan juga TV3 kan. So bila TV3 keluar dengan news readers yang lain dari yang lain, so it's like macam, oh wow kan, that's like a wow. Tetapi macam Mahathir Lokman semua tu, I tertarik dengan their quality of voice. Something about it. Suami Sulaiman punya suara. Aznil back then, because dia lawa, dia handsome. Yeah, dia handsome. Dengan dia bukan handsome, but dia charming, dia punya muka dia tu. So these are the qualities yang macam I watch masa when I duduk dekat rumah depan television. When I watch TV, these are the people that I.
Ni sebelum you TV3 ya.
Yeah, before I TV3.
Did you get to meet Wan Zaliha Razi back then when she was still in TV3?
No, she left. She left. Dia kira dia super duper senior. She left already, but
Siapa yang you sempat jumpa dan memberi paling banyak pengajaran masa you start masuk kerja?
Actually, when I think there was a lot of jealousy actually when I first came. Sebab masa I masuk, first I started in Conti, Then I told myself masa tu when I went for audition, I told myself I'm just going to give TV3 1 year to notice me. But it took them only 1 month to notice me dekat Conti, and I was offered to go to the newsroom. So I was called up by the group director of operations. So the was it group director of operations? I can't remember apa position tu.
Siapa dia?
Yunus Said. So dia dipanggil I dalam bilik, dia kata dia nak suruh I baca news, and then dia nak suruh I buat reporting. Then I was like, me, So dia kata, dia bagi I apa ni. So when masa tu I pergi, I masuk dengan another colleague masa tu, and Raj. So we both came in dekat newsroom tu at the same time. So TV3 ni masa tu dia punya masa tu lah. It was like dia ada berita terkini dan dia ada the prime time news. So not everybody get to read the prime time news. So dia orang akan tentukan siapa yang get to read the prime time news dan siapa yang belum ready or something like that. So when me and Anne masuk, kita dah di-rosterkan untuk baca the prime time news. So itu menimbulkan
Cemburuan.
I don't know whether cemburu ke tidak. I guess human kan. So why don't I get to read because that's how it is kan. Prime time news semua orang tengok. Semua orang nak jadi prime time news reader. So
for the benefits of my viewers, Conti itu apa maksudnya?
Yang baca intisari rancangan. So I read that. So we were rostered untuk baca the prime time news. So adalah macam saudara-saudara cakap, boleh ke diorang tu, boleh ke, that sort of thing. So kita tak di-train pun. So they just bagi mock runs. So maknanya macam mock run basically to familiarize you dengan the screen, So you mock runs, you tak train.
Berapa kali mock runs?
I can't remember. I guess mock run. So you tahu the flow of the bulletin utama, macam kena pass kepada sports newscaster, sports news reader ke, you kena faham the flow of the news kan, news program. So we did the mock runs, and then lepas tu kita baca. And back then I said I don't want my name to be known as Dangsuria. Boleh tak just letak nama Surya aja. Then the bosses kat TV3 cakap, no, we want to letak nama you Dangsuria. So Dangsuria, because dulu I macam tak berapa suka nama I Dangsuria, because people make fun of dangdut lah and all that. So I felt, again, I was like I mentioned to you, I'm like a very shy person. I shy about a lot of things. I'm embarrassed about my name, I'm embarrassed about this, I'm embarrassed about that. I don't come from a rich family, blah 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 blah. So I was embarrassed of my name. So but they insisted, they kata no, letak nama Dangsuria, because Dangsuria. I guess that's what they thought.
Bila you comfortable dengan nama you?
I guess I don't know.
Soon after.
Probably. So because then I started reading the news, and So tak ada orang train, so kita develop kita punya own style of reading. Cumanya masa tu TV3 dia ada bahasa baku kan. So I find it, and then they actually rostered I untuk baca di English news sekali, which I tak comfortable sebenarnya.
You ada baca sekali?
I baca a few times, baca English news. The thing is, and I even hired a tutor from British Council just to tutor I on the right pronunciation for.
You personally hired?
I personally hired.
TV3 tak provide?
No. Because I punya own English. Because TV3 nak macam just bagi, okay, you read it. Tetapi I rasa tak confident untuk read the English news sebab you kena the pronunciation tu kena betul, bukan main langgar je kan, so dia kena ada right pronunciation. So eventually I told them, because lepas tu lagi satu, I was also going out, I went out, I also was a broadcast journalist. Tak semua pembaca berita adalah broadcast journalist at that time. So bila pergi assignment, balik penat, you kena buat story, then you kena pergi make up, sebelum tengah make up you kena panggil untuk buat voice over, so it is retiring. So kadang-kadang you penat, so ada banyak insiden yang because bahasa baku dengan bahasa Inggeris. So bila bahasa baku tu, I remember when I was reading English news, university, I tersebut university because when you're tired, so you macam bahasa baku university, so I'm not comfortable with that. So susah because
ada orang tegur tu?
No, tak tegur. But I myself rasa tak because I tak happy dengan apa ni. Sometimes bila penat kan, bila even there was one time I was so tired because you keluar assignment blah 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 and then perkataan PUAK.
Puak.
Correct.
You nampak apa?
I tak tahu macam mana nak pronounce dia. So I tengok and I don't understand what is it. Apa ni? Puak. What is it? Because you're tired, so it's puak kan. So I'm saying is, bila your mind penat, you just macam, you baca, you nampak, but you're reading, but you don't understand what you're reading. So I told them, ini antara bendanya lah. So I kata, because okay, itu bahasa Melayu, bahasa baku, bahasa Melayu. Yang kalau bahasa Inggeris ni, bila ada university jadi university. So eventually I told them, I kata, jangan bagi I dalam English. Let me just focus on Malay language, because bila I punya I ni letak di macam bila English ni, so I put extra effort. Bila nak baca berita, I kena buka dictionary, nak kena tengok the right way to say it jadi a lot of work for me. So I cakap, biarlah I baca bahasa Melayu je, because it's not just about reading. Kau memang boleh langgar je, because people who really speak English would know. You main sebut je, you main cakap je kan. So I tak bagi tak respect language tu. So I feel, okay, let other people who are like yang confident enough. So to me, reading English news takes a lot of effort and homework untuk I. So I said better not, because I nak kena keluar assignment, nak buat assignment, balik nak kena ketuk news, and then nak kena make up, nak kena buat VO. So to me, biarlah orang lain buat yang lebih rasa dia punya pronunciation sangat bagus. So to me, let me just focus on the Malay punya reading.
Itu about professionalism nak cakap you. Pasal professionalism, you most of the time you'll be doing it live. So you have, as a newscaster, as a professional person, you have to maintain a certain look, poise, pose, whatever. But not that you get overwhelmed by the news that you are reading, or things that happening in front of you, and that you cannot control yourself.
I am a person yang banyak emotions, in me. Of course, I cry over watching simple things like, people hugging. It can just make me cry. And what more like benda-benda yang about hardship. I think I'm like I bukanlah understand. I feel it lah, hardship.
Merasa depan kamera.
I cried, I cried. Yeah, ada.
But how did you manage it or address it? Or?
I think I tak manage lah. We just like, he's just like tak boleh, emotion tu susah nak kawal. So just like macam try not to jangan bagi story tu je lah, you know. But the thing is, macam emotion tu ada dua, kerana not just about sad story. No, there was one time I think I was reading news for NTV7, and then masa tu diorang pun jahat juga, budak production ni. Macam diorang macam tahu story ni akan kill me, they make sure I'm the one yang akan read the news, campur dengan the music background yang menyayat hati tu. So you go like, oh. So ada satu, I think it was during fasting month, I was reading the news with Wan Kamarudin in NTV7. So story tu tentang ibu tunggal, I think anak dia ramai. So dia interview budak tu. I think that boy was, I think around maybe 11 or 12 years old. So budak tu pegang baju masa bulan puasa. I think it was fasting month, I can't remember. So dia cakap, saya minta bapak saya beli, bapak mak belikan cungkut pun tak ada duit. So he went like that. So I was like, oh my god. So I felt so sad about it. It's like, you know, like beli sungkut, macam like, you know, simple things like that. Talking about this pun macam, because it's sad. So I actually macam, oh my god, I think I cried lah. Tetapi I think so benda tu picked up by, I think, the Star newspaper. Yeah, Star newspaper. So of course there's another backstory about it. So they wrote an article about it.
Describe apa, Star?
Cakap about me crying, and you know how the emotions is like macam tu, you know, that sort of thing. That is antara bendanya. Satu lagi, I punya ability, tak boleh nak control ketawa tu. Ada sometimes because macam I would say my chemistry dengan Wan Kamarudin is amazing. Okay, because kita buddies. Kita, me, Wan Kamarudin and Charles Mohan, kita ni memang BFF tau. So reading dengan Wan Kamarudin dekat NTV7 has always been a fun experience. So kita akan between breaks, kita akan joke, you know, so kita akan ketawa because merapu, you know, that sort of thing. It's really macam fun. So there was one time, okay, NTV7, I was reading news, story tu tentang, script went like, pernahkah anda mendengar, which I find it very funny, pernahkah anda mendengar kisah angsa yang sangat buruk menjadi itik yang sangat, you know, is it correct? Itik yang sangat buruk menjadi angsa yang sangat cantik. So the script was like that. So masa tu was during break, commercial break. Then I tengah baca teks tu. I was just going through I punya script untuk baca bila after the commercial break, I akan baca teks tu. So I was just going through it. So Wan Kamarudin was next to me. So I was saying like, pernahkah anda mendengar kisah angsa yang sangat itik yang sangat buruk menjadi angsa yang sangat cantik? I was like going through that, and then we were like laugh. Suddenly 5, 4, 3, it's like countdown tu. Kita punya kelihati tu tak habis lagi. Then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I went like, pernahkah anda mendengar kisah? And then I can see Wan Kamarudin punya bahu macam ketawa macam naik turun macam tahan ketawa. Then I was like, you know, I buat macam tu. Then after that, diorang terus cut to dia punya visual. After that, Wan Kamarudin punya story. Then I cakap, you ask me why I laugh. I cakap, ask me masa bila
continue nanti.
No, because dia punya because that was the last block. So ada story I, and then story Wan Kamarudin. Then after that habis. I mean story end. I mean the news production habis untuk that day. So I cakap, ask me why I laughed. I cakap, because I know I will get into trouble. I don't want to get into trouble. And then I tanya kenapa. Lepas tu, so dia apa ni, and then dia habis. So bila last tu, sebelum kita nak say goodbye, one was on tour, right, me and Wan Kamarudin. So Wan kata, so jadi dah apa yang menggelikan hati sangat tadi? Dia kata, tak tengok one day and cerita itik yang buruk menjadi angsa yang mengingatkan saya tentang gelagat saya dengan kawan-kawan masa kami kecil, bagaimana kita nak mencantikkan diri, things that yang buat kita itu membuatkan saya mengingatkan saya dan melucukan apa pun selamat malam dan ceria selalu itu saja. Macam tu, something like that. Can we make it just cover balik
So, kalau tak apa akan jadi? Kalau you akan kena slap on the wrist or something?
I don't know. They mean like tanya absal like macam and also to the audience, why this woman is laughing macam like tak professional ke apa kan. So lighten up sikit lah. I explain lah, because when you do that, I think people are lebih see I think that is what human side of you. Ketawa, menangis, explain, tell, share. I think that's what it is. Talking about that, I feel that one thing about news, kadang-kadang bila I tengok, when I do watch the news, I think lack apa yang diorang tak ada is diorang tak jadi manusia yang they are very like that kan. I mean you see now macam hosting dah ada dunia baru, when the way present entertainmentnya, you see that people like Nabil, Jihan, ini adalah the new style and which is acceptable. News juga perlu make that change. Dia masih lagi 80-an, dia masih lagi presentation itu, look and feel masih lagi 80-an, very rigid. Relax.
Juga kat Malaysia
Yeah.
Di barat, US dan UK diorang dah evolve into that, into more human.
They do. And you see like macam Anderson Cooper pun ketawa-ketawa juga and cry, and and when he did a report about his mom, you can sense dia punya VO ada sedih. I mean that's what kita bukan robot kan. So newsreaders yang ada sekarang masih lagi macam robot. So I wish they can just be ada presentation of the news reading tu kena relax kan, relax, chill. Kalau ada, to me when I read the news, I suka part the human interest. That has always been me, because that allows the newsreader untuk relax dan jadi manusia. Okay, you baca ni menteri ni all this politics blah blah blah. Okay, benda tu you tak boleh nak ketawa kan. Tetapi bila this is a time when you kena send some message to the audience that we are kita manusia, and this is a time for just relax, So I like that, because when I used to read the news, I suka bila part tu, because it allows me to ad-lib dan banter, which kadang-kadang my reader tak berapa comfortable. Sebab tu when I read with one comedian, I enjoyed reading with him because dia flexible. Macam I cakap, tanya I lepas ni, they will be able to ask me that.
Orang lain tak sangat
diorang, I don't know why. I think dia very kental. Dia very rigid.
Meminjam kata-kata Siti Nurhaliza, kita manusia, kita bukan robot. Kita akan kembali selepas iklan ini bersama Dangsuria Zainurdin.
Hai guys, terima kasih kerana menonton. Thank you for watching. Teruskan menyokong saya dan El Samad dengan like dan subscribe. Menjalinkan hubungan rambang adalah satu pengalaman yang mendewasakan.